Welcome to the $5 Yo channel and our video on how to make the best old fashioned. In this video, I'm going to show you how I make my own personal $5 Yo version of the classic cocktail, the old fashioned. I've gotten so many compliments on this drink and that made me want to share it with you, all of our viewers. Like any other recipe, the biggest key is that you use quality ingredients. In this cocktail, I'm using Luxardo Maraschino Cherries, Angostura Orange bitters, simple syrup, Buffalo Trace Bourbon, and ice. It sounds simple, but how you put these ingredients together is very important. First, let's take a rocks glass. Take a small orange slice. I like to use the small cutie oranges and cut them up into little wedges. You don't need a huge slice. Let's just squeeze that into the glass, and then I like to coat the inside of the glass with the orange as well. Next, we'll spoon out one Luxardo Maraschino Cherry along with a touch of the syrup from the jar. I recommend using these dark cherries, and this syrup is going to take your old fashioned to a new level of greatness. If you have trouble finding these cherries locally, I'm including a link to where you can buy them in the description for you as well. Now let's add 3 dashes of bitters. I like to use Angostura Orange bitters. You can use different bitters as there's a ton of different bitters out there, but this is what I found that works best for me. I'm linking this product in the description for you also. Next, we're going to add simple syrup. Simple syrup you can buy from a grocery store. Depending on what state you live in, you might be able to buy it from the liquor store, or you can make it yourself. It's really just sugar water. You can take equal parts sugar and water, boil it on the stove, melt the sugar down, pour your own. Sometimes I do that, but typically I just buy it from the grocery store. We're going to use 3/4 ounce of simple syrup for this cocktail. Now it's time to add the bourbon. I love using Buffalo Trace in my old fashions. It's a great bourbon that's actually pretty inexpensive. The problem is that it's getting harder to find as it's now an allocated bourbon. You can certainly use another bourbon if you can't get your hands on some Buffalo Trace. Others that I would recommend would be Woodford Reserve or Four Roses. These are great bourbons and you'll love them in your old fashioned. You want to use something that's a good quality, but at the same time, I like to save my higher end bourbons, like a Blanton's for example, for just sipping neat. Pick a bourbon that you enjoy the flavor of, as the old fashioned is a bourbon forward cocktail. I use 3 ounces of Buffalo Trace in my old fashions. Now you aren't going to get a 3-ounce pour in many bars, but hey, that's the advantage of making this bad boy at home. Now let's just add a little bit of ice and stir. Now this is an important step. Adding just a small amount of ice at this stage isn't just going to help chill our cocktail, but it's also going to add a little water to the cocktail as well as the ice melts. Let's go ahead and top this off with some additional ice and add a stir stick. This stir stick's going to be a great tool for fishing out that cherry after you finish your drink as well. And that's a nice prize waiting for you at the end. And that, my friends, is the $5 Yo version of the perfect old fashioned. I hope that you've enjoyed the video. Please be sure to tell me what you think in the comments. Cheers, my friends.